The existence of right and wrong proves God, and without God, there wouldn't be a right and wrong. The only reason we can say that something is right, we can say that something is wrong, we can say something is morally good or bad is because there's a God. And if there isn't, that's just preference, that's just your opinion, and ultimately, it doesn't matter. This is called the moral argument for God, and the argument goes as follows. Every law has a lawgiver, and there is an objective moral law, so therefore, there is a moral lawgiver. Firstly, we all know that when there is a law, there has to be a lawgiver. There can't be legislation without a legislator, and we all know that objective morals do exist. We all know that murder is wrong. And if you think that murder isn't objectively wrong, and it's just perspective, it's just what you feel, it's just preference, well, I would challenge you to think about it as if it happened to you. If someone murdered your friend, would you say that's absolutely wrong? Or is it only wrong from your perspective? Should the killer be let loose, because from their perspective it was fine? Or should there be justice? Because if you don't believe that morals are objective, then justice is just a preference. Justice is just an opinion. There would be nothing wrong with murder. And you see, I don't think that you believe that. I think that we all believe that there is an objective moral code. And when you infringe on that, there should be justice, there should be punishment. And these laws aren't something that was given to us by our government. We didn't get human value from the Constitution. No, we got them from God. They're written into our souls, not on a piece of paper. And this argument gets a lot of flack. There's many objections. Many people try to subscribe to a moral relativistic world, but it never works out. So here are the most common objections. Number one, there are different perspectives on morality. And the most prominent example used here is the Hindu cow example. Many people cite that Hindus believe that you can't kill cows, you can't eat cows. But here in America, you can eat cows, you can kill cows, it's morally okay. So therefore, since these two disagree on this moral concept, then morality can't be objective, because there is a clear disagreement. And to this I would say, there aren't two separate moral beliefs, there are just different perspectives. In Hindu culture, they believe in reincarnation. They believe that their family member might be that cow. So they believe that murdering a human, murdering a family member, is wrong. Meanwhile, in America, we don't subscribe to the idea of reincarnation. Christians don't subscribe to that idea. So when we kill a cow, we are killing an animal. We aren't killing our family member. We aren't killing a reincarnated soul. So the issue isn't whether or not we should kill a cow, it's whether or not we should kill a loved one or family member, or a human soul. And both Hindus and Christians agree that it is wrong to kill a human soul, a family member. It's just that we have two different perspectives on cows. So it isn't that we have different morals, we have the same morals, we just disagree on whether or not the cow is a human soul or not. The second objection is the raft dilemma. Many professors like to use this scenario to prove moral relativism. And it goes as such. You are stranded in the middle of an ocean, and there is a raft with only 4 spots and 5 people. So how do you split up the spots? And when people do this exercise, they come up with different combinations of which 4 people should be saved. And they use this to prove that morality is ultimately subjective, because if it was objective, everyone would choose the same 4 people to save. So since there is different perspectives and different answers here, then morality can't be objective. But this example fails, because to even have a dilemma, to even have to choose which people go on a raft, proves that humans have objective value. If humans weren't valuable, then what's wrong with only one person getting a spot and stranding the rest of the people? There'd be nothing wrong with that. But since there's a dilemma, and since we have to wrestle with who should be on the raft, there is clear human value. So the different answers don't prove moral relativism. Instead, they prove that someone had to think out who should be saved because everyone is valuable. Nobody answers this dilemma and says that nobody should get on the raft, human life is not valuable. No, everyone believes that human life is valuable. So this objection fails. The third objection is Hitler. Didn't Hitler think murder is good? And if Hitler did think murder is good, then morality isn't objective. Because Hitler believed that murder was fine. Well, this is untrue. Hitler never believed that murder was okay. In fact, he had to dehumanize the Jews first to be able to kill them. He didn't just start killing Jews. He had to first dehumanize them and prove why they were less valuable than other people. Obviously, this isn't true. Everybody's valuable in the eyes of God. But even Hitler knew deep down to kill someone for no reason is wrong. So he had to develop a reason, develop a way to dehumanize these people in order to have an excuse to murder them. So even Hitler believed in objective morality, because it's at the very core of our souls. Objection number 4, and the strongest objection I hear, is that morality evolves over time. Many people say, get with the times, homosexual sex is fine now. It's 2025, it's okay to be gay. But to assume that just because something is more popular, that it is morally okay, is very problematic. Because something else that is more popular than ever is murder. We have more murders now than we ever had before. So would it be okay to say, get with the times, murder's okay? No, we know that murder is objectively wrong. Morality doesn't evolve over time. Human behavior evolves over time. That doesn't mean that murder is suddenly okay because more people do it now than before. That'd be absurd. So morality doesn't evolve, human behavior does. Those are two distinct differences. And because we have objective morals, because we know that there is an objective right and objective wrong, we know that God must exist. There has to be a moral lawgiver that writes these rules, that writes these laws. Because if there isn't, it's all just preference. But we both know that that is not how the world works. We both know that at the very core of our souls, we know that there is a right and wrong. We know that we demand justice when there's wrong done to us. And if there is no God, there is no justice. Justice is just a preference and an ideal made up in our head. But I know you don't believe that. I don't believe that. Humans don't believe that. And that's why belief in God is rational. But what do you guys think? Comment down below. And if you like this video, subscribe, because every day we prove that God is rational.